Well, it's Naidoc Week, a celebration and recognition of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture. This year is particularly important as it's the 40th anniversary of the Aboriginal Tent Embassy. Today I'm at Wellington Square for the opening ceremony of Naidoc Week, kicking off over 100 events around Perth.
Look at the sky and tell me what you feel.
A week-long time that we can celebrate our culture as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, but also showcase our cultures to other people throughout the wider Perth community, and also recognising our survival and our achievements as Indigenous peoples.
Well, the attendance shows it all. There's so many Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people here today supporting us, and I think that shows the support that we have behind us to support Naidoc Week.
What made me want to get involved, I guess, is basically just giving back to the community. I think if you've got a talent, whatever it may be, if you can utilise that talent and give back to your community, it doesn't have to be Aboriginal or non-Aboriginal, it's just in any form of whatever we do in the world. So it's about giving back for me. You can't take it with you when you go, I should say, and yeah, it's just great to be a part of it.
From the day we met, I have to say, my last
Aboriginal people back then, or the four guys that started it off, have actually fought for the rights for Aboriginal people that we've got today, which, you know, we wouldn't have those rights today if it wasn't for those people fighting back then.
60 years of racism I've had in this country. The government always said whether you're half caste, quarter caste or full blood, you are branded a nigger. But now we're speaking out since the referendum, but we've still got a long way to go.
The problems we have to overcome, I think, is just understanding. We have to get people to understand what the culture's about and the struggles that people have gone through. My wife didn't even know that Indigenous people couldn't vote until 1967. When that referendum was held, it's such a landmark thing in our lives, in our families, but it's so nice for people to be aware of that. The struggle continues, but I think we just have to keep pushing on and moving forward and thinking positive.
I think as a community we can come together as one united voice and, you know, voice our opinions and also show or tell the government, you know, these are our issues. But I think through Naidoc, our aim is to show that, you know, we're still here, we're surviving, and our culture is still strong. Despite colonisation and dispossession, our culture is still strong.
I think what people can come along and see as part of what we've had here today is an amazing experience for their kids to see what Indigenous culture is about and see it firsthand. See the young kids learning the dances from the elders. You know, let's see how this stuff's handed down. This oral history is vitally important to our culture here, and I would implore anyone, you know, that if they're watching, to come along and enjoy these days with us. They're for us, not just for, you know, Indigenous people. It's for everyone, the whole community.
To all the Nongas, I ask you now to join us all in our sacred ground. The court, the heart of this land is that we Aboriginal people have got to get together. For Naidoc Week, it's going to be a big week, and we must all unite as one.
Thanks to a sausage sizzle and today's headlined act, Troy Casadaley, everyone had a great time. Not just Indigenous, but many people from all over Perth came to celebrate Naidoc. I'm Sarah Miller, reporting for Undercurrent.